Alright, so we are going to be taking a look at a Nickelodeon magazine. This issue is from April 1996. My camera's having a hard time focusing on that. There we go. So I had you guys vote between Nickelodeon Magazine or Disney Adventure Magazine, and you guys voted for Nickelodeon Magazine. So this can be more of a chill episode. We're just gonna be looking through it, gonna be talking. I'm not gonna go into every single page like in detail. I'm gonna go through every single page, but I might not talk about every single one. But yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's just take a look at it. So this is the Mega Movie issue. I believe there's 156 issues of Nickelodeon Magazine. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was. There's over 150 or about 150. And like I said, this is the one from April 1996. So this has James and the Giant Peach, which if you've never seen James and the Giant Peach, the same guy that directed Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline also did this movie. Not Tim Burton. A lot of people think Tim Burton did direct The Nightmare Before Christmas. Not true. So if you didn't know that, now you know. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's take a look. This is the front. The back got some Skittles ads, which is pretty cool. I do have to be careful. This is slightly ripped. And then this is what this page looks like. Some good old Cheetos. Pretty cool. And then this is just the table of contents. Tells us what's inside of it. So what I like so much about not just magazines, but older media is kind of like a time capsule from that era. So like, for example, we have an advertisement for this Magic School Bus Solar System game for PC, which is pretty awesome, which I was actually looking at this on eBay. This game, somebody was selling it. I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe. And then it sold. It sold for like $10, which is pretty cool. So we have, this is Nickelodeon Magazine, the movie. I have a whole bunch of stars, I guess. It's kind of cool. Whatever you want. Not entirely sure what that is. This is actually kind of cool. So when this issue came out, it was around daylight savings time. So it gives us a little time-saving tricks to save a couple minutes around, during the day, which is cool, I suppose. And then we have some jokes. This one, why did the glass container go to Hollywood? She wanted to be a movie jar. Yep. What did Jerry the Mouse win for letting Tom pounce on him? The A Cat on Me award. Yep. So again, I mean, this magazine is for kids. So as a kid, I probably would have found that decently funny. I probably would have been like, oh, that's kind of lame. So there's more if you want to look. I'll see if I can find like an archive of this. If I do, I'll have it linked down below. This way you guys can take a look at it as well. And then with this being the movie issue, there's what's called screen test. So this is just true or false questions. There's some multiple choice on the next page. Just to see, how good are you with movies. So Jurassic Park, Marco Polo, let's see, Steven Spielberg has a movie theater in his home. Is that true or false? We'll never know. We'll never know. No, I'm just kidding. Answers are on page 53. So, and it's cool. Like, I like that it had stuff like this. Again, it's aimed towards kids, obviously. It's Nickelodeon. But it has cool stuff in it. So it even talks about, like, Charlie Chaplin, which I didn't know who he was until I was in, like, high school. Wizard of Oz, you got Shirley Temple, which, not gonna lie, Shirley Temple, for some reason, always kind of freaked me out. Just those advertisements, always, I don't know what it was, but it just kind of freaked me out. And then, again, we have some multiple choice questions. This is seen from, talking about this one right here, Bananas, Planet of the Apes, Young Ape Lincoln. Obviously, it's Planet of the Apes. This scene is from Planes, Trains, Buses, and Automobiles. Pretty sure that's not the name of it. Speed or My Fair Lady. Pretty sure it's Speed. But yeah, so it just has cool little things. Again, I love the advertisements because it's like a small little time capsule. Pretty sure we had these in school, or one of my teachers did. Because I remember seeing those. It's these wildlife adventure cards that would just have facts about like certain animals and stuff like that, which is super awesome. So you have like Siberian tiger right there. You have your little mail-in form. So you cut this out and then you actually mail it. You get 80 wildlife adventure cards for only 99 cents, which is kind of impressive. And then we got a little bit more. I'm gonna try to zoom in. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Lunch Wars, which is just a little play. Babe. This is the first one. I don't remember watching it that many times. I've obviously seen it, but like, it definitely wasn't a movie that I watched a lot. But a VHS was, at least this one, was $22.98 at one point. Pretty cool. And then this is just more of that play. I look like a doofus for an M&M game. So round one, put socks over your hands, put shoes on the wrong feet, wrap toilet paper around your neck like a scarf, or stuff all your pockets with wadded up paper, tease your hair way up with a comb, put a pillow under your shirt. You would do all that, then you get an M&M. So pretty unique game. Again, for a kid, that'd be fun. And that's just round one, there's 6 rounds. Then, why is my seat tingling? Interesting. I don't think I read this part. I looked at it. But yeah, it just has cool, unique little facts. From dive-ins to fly-ins. Said that wrong. Then we have from dive-ins to fly-ins. So I think there's a spot here in Florida that actually does this. So they have like a little man-made lagoon and they play Jaws. So I know that's like a big thing, which is pretty cool. Then I was reading this last night. I thought this was kind of cool. So this is like a ticket, a fake ticket, to where kids can just get free movie tickets. Obviously, it's not real. It's as valid in parallel universes only. So, which is again very kid friendly, something kids would kind of enjoy. I wonder if I'm sure a kid probably did that. I don't know. I feel like if something like this came out, a parent would probably do it, and then someone would film it, and they would like freak out. I don't know. You know how people are. Then even more, which is pretty cool. And then, so I don't remember this. I mean, I know some of them like Hello Kitty, Lefty the Custodian. I have no idea who that is. It kind of looks like a weird John McCain right there. I don't know. It's weird. It's a little weird, but it's cool. Again, advertisements. Buy, recycled, and save. So, I don't think it's in this episode or this issue. I think it's in my other one, which is this one. There's a recycle episode of Rocko's Modern Life with the recycle song. If you've never heard it, I'll link it down below. It's actually pretty good. Then we have some award contests. I'm not sure what that was about. This. Love this. So, TV you can wear. So we have a couple Nickelodeon shirts and hats. Again, this is what I like about magazines. I already said it like twice in this video, but it's like a time capsule. So it's like, I can look and be like, oh, that would be cool to have. I wonder if I can find that. Like one of these shirts or one of these hats on eBay. which is awesome. I mean, I love that Nickelodeon shirt. I would probably not wear it. If anything, I would wear this Secret World of Alex Mack shirt or Oddville Monsters. This one, to me, is just a little too busy. But yeah, it's so sick. But then it has a phone number. The hat is this Rugrats hat. Looks like it's $16. Rugrats shirt, $13. For kids, about $15 for the shirts, which is pretty awesome. So again, now I can be like, oh, cool. If I ever come across one of these on eBay, possibly get it. Then I'm pretty sure every issue of Nickelodeon Magazine came with a comic book, which is pretty cool. So it actually feels like an actual comic book. So all these pages are glossy. This one is not. Oh, look at that. CD Blast. I've never actually seen this, like even on eBay. I haven't seen that. I've seen the other ones, but I want to say they advertised the comic book too. Then this one, this one's weird. It has this really weird, like methed out Colonel Sanders. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I gotta like, there we go. And then this is cool. This is just another game inside the comic book. Basically, you have to match up the movies with the picture. So like, number 8 is Beverly Hills Cop, which, again, it's a little weird. It's a kids magazine and it's talking about rated R movies, but it just kind of shows how times were different back then. So like Alien, Beverly Hills Cop, that's another rated R movie. Interview with the Vampire, another rated R movie. Speed, was Speed rated R? I don't think it was, but I think Waterworld was. But still, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's not talking down to kids, because when I was a kid, especially around this, like this age, 96, I was watching like Terminator 2, Aliens, stuff like that, so it's very fitting. Then we got a classic Betty Boop comic book, which is pretty cool. Advertisement for an old Star Wars trading card game, which I've never heard of until I saw this. Looks pretty interesting. Then, everyone loves peanut butter Captain Crunch. It's actually one of my favorite cereals. Then it talks about these guys for a little bit. They did a little interview. Then it talks about Nickelodeon Online. So this is when it was like new. Nickelodeon Online, Nick.com, however you want to say it. In like the late 90s, early to mid 2000s was my jam. Like I absolutely loved it. There was a Wild Thornsberry game that I used to play all the time. That and a Rocket Power. There was a Rocket Power game that I used to play all the time. I wish it was still up because I would still play it. The Wild Thornsberry game, I believe you were just rescuing animals and taking care of them. It was super fun. Then we have a calendar. So this is what this looks like. You know, you got April Fool's Day. It says April Fool's Day is canceled this year. April Fool's, it says it backwards. Then, yeah, it just gives us some cool little facts. Like, David Letterman, born 1947. Pretty cool. Talks about Charlie Chaplin. All that stuff. There should be one. Yeah, they usually... Oh, this one only has one. Sometimes they have two. But this is the flip book, which is still intact, which is awesome. This is the Sneeze. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they showed this off in their commercial. And I love flip books. There's this one, I want to say it was Oddville Monsters from a cereal box. I want to say I got it in like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was when I was living up in New Jersey. I had one. It was of Ickis, and it was when Ickis like transforms into like his big scary persona. Awesome. Then we have some more. So a little history of the big screen. So talking about the history of like movie theaters and stuff like that was cool. I mean, it makes kind of learning fun, you know? Yeah, then Flick Tricks, about special effects, which is awesome. Wizard of Oz talks about Jaws, using miniatures and suits for Godzilla. The Jaws one is really interesting. All these old special effects are super interesting. Super interesting. Then we have a little bit more, like The Mask, Babe, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, which if you have not seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, do yourself a favor, see it. Like, we can take a look. So, that's the real dude, and it's just a set. He's in a bowl of Cheerios, which is pretty awesome. Jumanji, which is a classic, a lot of really good effects in that too. Then it talks about Kids' Choice Awards, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, I think I've only seen like 2 Kids' Choice Awards in my life. I just didn't really care. And then Bugging Out. So again, it's talking about James and the Giant Peach and its director, Henry Selick. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but he's the one that did Coraline, and he also did Nightmare Before Christmas, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I already said, this is like my second time filming this. I don't know if I already said it, but a lot of people confuse him and Tim Burton. So Tim Burton wrote, for the most part, Nightmare Before Christmas, but this guy actually directed it. And then it's just a little interview with him, which is pretty cool. Then Ooze News talks about Keaton and Kel. I can't talk. And Keaton and Kel Mitchell from All That. I know All That and Dan Schneider shows are not really in the best light. We're not going to get into that, but no, I love Keaton and Kel. So pretty dope. Who's Woo? So Mystery Files of Shelby Woo. Again, super awesome. And then it talks about some of the shows. So what's new on Nick? So it's talking about the Passover episode of Rugrats. All That with Mark Curry. Oh, it does. Okay. Rocco Recycles. Earth Day. Rocco's Modern Life. April 21st at 7:30 p.m. And other residents of O-Town begin a recycling campaign and go after the town's biggest polluter, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, this song though, I'll leave it linked down below. It's awesome. Then It's Your Choice, Nickelodeon's 9th annual Choice Awards. Pretty cool. And then it talks about Harriet the Spy. I have not seen this movie in forever. I probably only saw it like once or twice, but I remember it being good. You have Michelle Trachtenberg, who, I didn't realize that. She was on Pete and Pete. Well, that's cool. But this movie is great. She was also, there's this Discovery Kids show. I forget the name of it. But it was kind of like a ghost paranormal show, which is pretty cool. Got Water, Make It Fizzy. I've never heard of that. Interesting. Fizzy's instant sparkling products. So it makes your water into like sparkling water? Interesting. Then Dear Alien. Pretty cool. And then Ride the Movies. Good old Universal Studios. Believe it or not, so I lived in Florida my whole life. The first time I went to Universal was probably like 2005. So, but yeah, it's just a cool little, Barney attraction was new. Back to the Future, E.T., Nickelodeon obviously was there. King Kong, Terminator 2, 3D. Then it has the answers. And then it just has a couple of other things, so some results from one of their other contests from their previous magazines. And then, what is this? What's on their minds? Give these people something to think and say. If you want to send your finished Say What to us by... Oh, that's cool. So you could have had it published in the next issue, which is pretty cool. Then we have a McWorld. It's a little McDonald's dentist office advertisement, which is pretty cool. And that is it. So that is the April 1996 issue of Nickelodeon Magazine. It's pretty cool. Like I said, if I can find this archived, I'll have it down below, as well as some of the other stuff that I talked about. But yeah, Nickelodeon Magazine, again, I don't have a ton of nostalgia for it, but I know a lot of the 90s kids do. It's great. It's awesome. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay rad. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.